All right, we're live. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Negroes and Cryptos, where we help you navigate that DeFi space. I have a new project for you called FOOK Token. But before I get into that, I'm gonna need you guys to like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Seriously, we need the feedback. We need the subscribers, and also, please leave your wallet addresses down in the comment section and we'll send you some free smart DeFi tokens. Also, if this channel helps you out at all, please give us some crypto tips. We have a QR code in the top right corner. Just go ahead and shoot that over. It's for any EVM compatible coin. All right. So, FOOK token. What is it? FOOK token was launched on the Smart DeFi network over at FEG. And so it will have all of FEG's beautiful smart DeFi tokenomics wrapped into it and smart contract beauty wrapped into this token, along top of it being sort of like an auto staking protocol, something like Titano. Um, so if you guys are familiar with Titano, Titano is an auto staking protocol where it pays you 102,000% annually in interest. And they do this with auto compounding rewards, and you get paid with Titano. You get paid every 30 minutes, 48 times a day. So that auto compounding leads up to that 102,000%. These are super cool. You're seeing a bunch of forks of these come out. We saw Seifu come out, and was it Libero Financial came out behind Titano. These are all Titano forks. They all run the same sort of protocol, varying a little bit in interest rate and compounding. Um, but one thing about those is that how long is that sustainable? I mean, really, how long can you pay out 100,000% in interest and have a protocol maintain some type of value? Um, I don't think you can, and I don't believe the creators of these projects think they can either. And that's the reason why you start seeing these auto staking protocols start to do something extra, bring a little utility to their token. You see Libero Financial, they started a locking system where you lock your tokens and get was it S Libero, X Libero, and in return, let's see, yeah. So here at the Libero Bank, you can lock up your auto staking tokens for 4 years, and then they give you rewards in BUSD. And that's the only way that you can get people from dumping these tokens all at once and ruining the baseline value and the underlying assets and all that stuff of these tokens. Uh, this interest rate isn't sustainable, not fixed like they have it. So here, looking back at the FOOK, they kind of follow that same buy sell tax to reward the investors. And also, this is not financial advice. Let me tell you that right now. Don't listen to me. I'm just a guy with a microphone and a YouTube channel. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just think that DeFi is cool and I talk about it. So, definitely not financial advice. But FOOK token, 401k is what that is supposed to come out to. All right. So, what if you could make a small investment today that grows over time and pays you passive income? Would you like to allow your investment to mature so you can draw income from it in the future? Or maybe you'd like to set up a fund for your children's future. Make a donation that pays a child charity indefinitely. With FOOK token, all of this is and much more is possible. Okay, so they do this with transaction taxes. Okay, so anyone who holds FOOK token in their wallet will receive 25% of every buy and sell. And that's divided up between all FOOK holders, but you will get so the person that buys or sells will get taxed 25%. And then that 25% is divided up between everyone who holds this token. So that's super cool. All right. So there's your frictionless rewards, right? You get 25% in that. And then 10% of that, that buy or sell tax is going to go into asset backing. And then another 5% is to go into the smart rising price floor. Okay. So these two things are kind of unique to the FEG ecosystem. Okay. And these smart contracts. So uh, if we go over to SmartDeFi, this is a template creator. So FEG has created a template for SmartDeFi tokens. All right. And every single one of these tokens share the same sort of attributes. Okay. So um, the all-in-one ecosystem, the first token with the swap protocol and liquidity all held in a single smart contract. There's no longer a place to need. There's no longer a need to pick where to host trading. Okay, so before you would have to create a token, then go over to Pancake Swap, provide liquidity for this token, and X, Y, and Z, and then you had to make sure that liquidity was always there, or nobody could trade this token. That's all gone. Okay. All of that is built into the contract. So that's what makes FOOK so much better than these other protocols to begin with. Because if you look at Libero, Seifu, all these forks, you still run the risk of honeypots or rug pulls. FOOK can't be rug pulled, can't be honeypotted just because it's built on this smart DeFi ecosystem. Okay. And another thing, this routing feature that's available in the FEG ecosystem allows peer-to-peer and swap-to-swap transfers, making it easy for you to move funds. But this all happens within the smart contracts space, so there's a lot of privacy involved. You see a lot of people switching over to the privacy coins as of lately, just because public ledgers can give you away. uh, public ledgers are great for some things, but do you want your finances to be viewable for everyone? Probably not. It's like leaving your checkbook out. It's just not. It's not a good thing to do moving forward with currency. Okay. See, and they have smart swaps enabled. So with FOOK Token, you can smart swap FOOK Token with any other smart DeFi token that's traded on the FEG exchange. Okay. And that's usually without taxes. So if you smart swap them, you can get into another token without hitting those high buy and sell taxes. Okay, and we talked about eliminating rug pulls, these frictionless rewards. That's at 25% that gets divided up to every wallet that holds the token. And F wrapped. This is another thing. Okay, so F-wrap tokens, the FEG ecosystem is a deflationary ecosystem. Okay, so when you take BNB and you wrap it to work on the FEG protocol, it has now made your BNB deflationary. So in the liquidity pairing of the FOOK token, they take FOOK and it's F-wrapped with BNB. So now that you have a rising baseline of the token every time it's transacted, a little bit more it gets added to that baseline. Also, anytime that BNB is traded on the FEG exchange, it also adds to the backing. So you get the reflections in BNB and also the reflections in FOOK. This is crazy. So you're going to see these tokens move upward in value just through transactions. Okay. And it doesn't have to be transactions of FOOK. It could be any transaction on the FEG protocol will rise the baseline value of this token. Okay. So we go back to FOOK token. So FOOK token was launched with FEG's smart DeFi ecosystem that provides all investors with a peace of mind. Each token created using the smart DeFi deployer contains the exchange, lending protocol, and asset-backed store of value inside the smart contract, creating a safer and more reliable token. FOOK takes this to extreme on every transaction, paying a 25% reflection to holders buy and sell, senders 10% to asset banding, sending 10% to asset backing, buy and sell, and adding 5% to the liquidity pool. While price matters with all cryptocurrencies, with FOOK, volume is what really pays. Hold and watch your investment grow, sell your reflections for passive income, donate tokens to help the needy. The possibilities are only confined to your imagination. Additionally, with FOOK, FOOK will launch with 31% of all minted tokens in a burn wallet. And what does this mean? It means with every transaction, as the burn wallet consumes its portion of reflections, the circulating supply decreases, making your FOOK more secure and according to supply and demand, more valuable. All right. So this is way different than Titano and its forks, but it's similar to Titano and its forks. It's crazy because you get all the benefits of those high reflections that give people those insane interest rates that you see with Titano and its forks. Okay, but they don't guarantee you a fixed APY. All right, so right now, before everybody jumps into this token, the transaction volume might be low. So that APY will be low. But moving forward, we'll get the transaction reflections from the higher volume of the token. And then you will get the reflections of your underlying asset with the wrapped BNB that it's paired with in liquidity. So FOOK token is set up to really dominate some of these spaces that we see with all of these Titano forks. Okay. Um, the tokenomics, we get down to here. Let's see. All right. So, as you know, with Titano forks, there is a high tax when you buy and sell. Okay. So, FOOK does the same thing, except it does it to extremes. Titano might most of these are most of the Titano forks, the buy and sell are between 15 and 25%. FOOK makes that 35%. Okay. And their sell, most of Titano forks are somewhere in the high 20s or low to mid 20s in sales tax. FOOK does it at 40%. So this is good. And I'll tell you why it's good. So with each buy and sell, that 25% reflections go to all the holders. Okay. 10% goes to asset backing. Now this goes to back the BNB baseline value of FOOK. All right. So every transaction, 10% of that transaction goes to the backing of the coin. All right. Then another 0.1% goes to burn rocks. And every smart DeFi token does this. So FEG is poised to take off. Those reflections in the asset backing will increase exponentially, I'm assuming. And then once everybody sees how FOOK is so much better than Titano or the rest of these DAO and auto staking protocols, most of the value that you get from a token comes in that utility, right? Now we talked about how Libero has started this Libero Bank to try to bring some utility to this token. All right. FOOK doesn't need to do that. And I'll tell you why. Is because it's built with a smart contract, and smart contracts are built with utility in them. Okay. So at any point in time, you as the token holder can do a lot of different things with your token. All right. So you can take your token right now as FOOK and take it over. And let's say you wanted to, you can take it over the FEG, and you can burn that token for its backing. And that's something that you can't do with other. You can't do that with Titano. You can't do that with any of the Titano forks. You can't do that with the DAO forks. And you remember DAO was huge last year. Every DAO token was huge last year. I myself loved Honey DAO, but when we take a look at Honey DAO, uh, we see that they have this. Oh, let me bring this up real quick. Looks like it's giving me some issues. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me refresh this. Now, if we look at Honey DAO, um, it's at 15 cents, even though the backing per Honey DAO token is at $1.41. Now, when all these DAOs came out, they said they had a baseline value that this could not fall below, and if it did, the backing of these tokens would go back to buy tokens off the open market and raise the price. And you see, DAOs have just walked away from that idea. Now, the similar thing I'm assuming will happen with these Titano forks. At a certain point, they're going to reach a certain point where they cannot give you their fixed percentage, their fixed APY. And if you notice, some of these auto staking protocols will have an asterisk by the APY saying that it's sustainable until it ain't sustainable. And then we're going to be in the same spot we were with like Honey DAO, unless they can bring some utilities tokens like Libero's done. FOOK doesn't need to do that. The utility is already built into it because FOOK was made with a SmartDeFi contract template. Okay. So you can buy and sell this. You get the 25% reflections. You can also take this over to the FEG exchange and get a loan on the baseline value. If we head over to fegx.com, you can go over here. You can type FOOK right here. You can hit the smart lend. You can borrow against the baseline value of your tokens, or you could burn your tokens and take out the backing from it. So at any point in time, if we get to the point where these DAOs are, where you see the baseline value, or I'm sorry, the baseline value is way above what the token is trading at, you just take it right over to FEG. Take it right over to FEG and you burn it for backing. And you get that baseline value back out. That's what FOOK does. That's what all SmartDeFi tokens do. That's what makes FOOK so much better than Titano. All right. And the only thing FOOK is missing right now is the volume. So as soon as the volume hits FOOK, this is definitely going to explode. Let's see. If we go over to the charts over at FEG, and we go to, let's see what's trending. FOOK is trending today. Look at that. All right. We take a look at this chart. It's looking beautiful. And we are starting to see a little bit more volume in this, and the more volume adds to more tokens burned, adds to the liquidity of the token and the reflections if you're a holder. So if you guys aren't into smart DeFi and you are trying to chase that Titano fork project that just came out, FOOK might be better for you. You have an underlying base value. It will always be there. No honey pools, no rug pools. I'm sorry, no honey pots, no rug pools. All built into the smart DeFi contract, which you can send over to the burn pile anytime you want to get your backing out, or take out a loan on, or use one of these smart swap features where you can send it peer to peer discreetly. So if you ask me right now, FOOK is going to be way better than Titano and say Foo, Libero. We just need the volume to pick up, and this thing is definitely going to explode. They are burning tokens at an insane rate. So look at that. This token started on the 23rd, and their first transaction, they said they burned 31%. They've already burned through another 9% in the last few days, in the last 7 days to be exact. So yeah, they burned through 9% of these tokens in the last 7 days. And you know, the less tokens that are available, the higher the price. You also got to add in where we have the liquidity of these tokens. So if you look at the reflections of wrap BNB right now, they're at 13%. Okay, so the reflections of wrap BNB are at 13%, and if we go back over to FOOK, you see it has 58 wrapped BNB as liquidity. Now, what's that mean? That liquidity is getting that 14% APY in reflections that we see here. That's what your baseline value is getting on top of all the transactions and everything that's happens. FEG is absolutely amazing. The more people that get on the FEG, the better, the sooner the better, because they are definitely changing the smart DeFi space. And FOOK is their first auto staking Titano fork similar token. And I think it's a better bet than throwing your money at the rest of these auto staking protocols, trying to get on early and then dealing with rug pools and whales and all kinds of different things. Definitely check out FOOK Token on the FEG exchange. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you, and talk to you later.